Robbers attack Ibadan community and machete residents. No fewer than 5 residents of Tella Akobo in Oyo State sustained injuries when armed robbers invaded the area on Wednesday. One of the landlords in the area, Mogaji Wale Oladoja, told Sahara reporters that on arrival, the robbers shot at his gate, demanding that he should open the door. They got to my house around 12:30 a.m. They fired my gate and wounded my neighbors. When they eventually broke my door, they asked me to come out, but I pretended as if I was not inside. They spent more than 1 hour in my house alone. Though I have reported at the Akobo police station, I think it's time for the police to do more, he said. One of the victims, Shade Oladejo, who was macheted several times by the robbers, is currently receiving treatment at an undisclosed hospital, while 4 others, who also sustained varying degrees of injuries, are medically stable. An eyewitness told our correspondent that the robbers arrived at the area around 12 a.m. and started shooting indiscriminately. They threatened to kill the first landlord in the street if he refused to open his door. The source said when they arrived on our street, we initially thought it was a security guard that was shooting until we heard a voice asking our people to stay calm indoors. They held one of the landlord's son and took him round the street to have access to the other houses. We heard when they asked our neighbor, a prominent Mogaji in Ibadan, to open his doors. He didn't open it. A close neighbor to him was almost killed. 5 people were affected, but one of them was macheted several times. He is now undergoing treatment. I pray he survives. Wow, it's bad. Someone says, "Now them," and this person put an image, and it says Hausa Fulani Sokoto Caliphate in the 19th century. Okay, it says despite relatively constant growth, the Hausa states were vulnerable to aggression, and although the vast majority of its inhabitants were Muslim by the 16th century, they were attacked by Fulani jihadists from 1804 to 1808. In 1808, the Hausa nation was finally conquered by Usman Dan Fodio and incorporated into the Hausa Fulani Sokoto Caliphate. This makes so much sense because everyone has been talking about this Usman Dan Fodio, and I'm yet to do my research on this man, but it makes total sense. It does make total sense. Someone says they are innocent bandits. Government should pay them, of course. Someone says everyone in this country is catching fire. God have mercy. Want a great country. The country was never great. Please. There was a country. Well, there was? No, there was never a country. It would have been a country if the people decided that we want to be together under circumstances that wasn't compromised. Yeah, there was never a country. Someone here says, divide Nigeria to save lives. Unfortunately, it's not even unfortunately, we don't have to be together. It's not by force. The fact is, the northern dependence on the south is so bad that they will do anything not to separate because they can't handle being by themselves, because it's going to be much harder for them to have an economy and a trading system where the GDP per head is actually high and the standard of living is high as well. Someone here says some people are thinking the same thing. Some people are busy thinking the thing is far away in the north. That is true. People need to wake up. Someone says bring back our vice president, and the person attached a picture of our vice president looking very lost, very not present technically, and people are laughing at him. Someone here says Nigeria is no longer safe under Buhari. Yeah, absolutely. Someone says, why didn't he open the gate? Like, this is not a laughing situation. Someone says, who brought insecurity to Nigeria? I wonder who that is. Fulani robbers. So, since the demolished of SARS, cultists and armed robbers have disturbed people of the southwest and southeast, it is clearly open to those that protest over the NSAS protest are the members of either cult or robbers. Okay. Someone says before you start, they will soon start blaming Fulani for their stupid action. We're not gonna dignify that with a response. Someone here says Fulani bandits in action, call their names out, Fulanis at work. They're not Nigerians. And I think it's sad because even before it's sad that even before, let's say, the British came, we were already being colonized. So I think an opening with, people like us colonizing us made the job easier for the British. It really did. And I think that, yes, the British were wrong in so many ways for literally, non-consensually, is that the word, going to shoot sporadically and using, by basically enslaving people. But you've got to take responsibility for the fact that our own people were able to enslave us so easily. So how much somebody that's not from us? And it clearly shows it's very controversial, but it clearly shows in how right now, with a lot of tribes going through Fulani mayhem and all that, there's a whole new dynamic it's not a whole new dynamic, but it all makes sense when you realize, because now the news is saying that indigenes of their own land are literally selling some of their people to Fulani herdsmen. Again, not saying it's true or it's false. It might be a divisive tactics for people to turn against themselves and sort of lose that sense of unity. That could be another angle. But realistically, when you look at the history of our country and how each tribe, especially the northern part, Hausa, how they've evolved throughout the years through so much, what do you call it? Takeovers. I don't know the better word to use. Takeover. It does make sense that we're too trusting, and we have not gone to a place where we really protect our own so much, that we protect each other, we mind our business too much, and it has been to our detriment. But it's sad. It is sad. Put what you think about this in the comment section below, and it shows it's bad. Put what you think, because again, the person actually came here and wrote or put information about Usman Danfodio made a lot of sense, and I'd admonish everyone to go do the research about this. Put what you think, and don't forget to like and subscribe.